Hello there, welcome once again to my channel. Unraveling the world's hidden gems, cultures, and regulations. Join me on this adventure to discover more about the land down under. Sydney, Australia, renowned for its stunning harbour, iconic opera house, and vibrant culture, is also home to a collection of curious and sometimes perplexing laws that have raised eyebrows and generated conversation over the years. Like and subscribe to our channel to learn more. Here we go. First on the list is swearing in public. One of Sydney's more curious laws pertains to the use of offensive language or swearing in public. This regulation raises questions about the balance between individual freedom of expression and maintaining a respectful public environment. Enacted to curb unruly behavior and promote civility, this law harks back to a time when public decorum was rigorously upheld. However, in a society that values open discourse, the enforcement of such a law could be challenging and potentially clash with the principles of free speech. Next, if you love superheroes, you should beware of this. In Sydney, it is prohibited to dress as Batman. It's said that in Sydney, it was once illegal to dress as Batman or Robin in public. While this might sound like a peculiar infringement on creative expression, the rationale behind this prohibition likely lies in preventing unauthorized impersonation. Such laws aim to prevent confusion or misuse of certain iconic figures for personal gain. In this context, the law raises questions about the intersection of intellectual property, public imagery, and individual expression. Looks like Sydney's law enforcement had their own Caped Crusaders. Third is the selling of alcohol after 10 p.m. The restriction on selling alcohol after 10 p.m. in Sydney adds an interesting twist to the city's nightlife. This regulation underscores a balance between enjoying the nightlife and maintaining public order. While such restrictions can help manage noise and public disturbances during late hours, they might also impact businesses that rely on late-night patrons. Number 4 is quite different and is all about taxis and hays. An intriguing law required taxis to carry a bale of hay in their trunks at all times. This law's origins trace back to a bygone era when horse-drawn carriages were the primary mode of transport. Ensuring that taxis could feed their horses was likely a practical consideration in a city transitioning to more modern forms of transportation. This regulation provides a unique glimpse into the city's transition from equestrian to automotive travel. Fifth is the lights out at midnight. The requirement to have at least one visible ankle when in a public place after midnight may appear amusing at first glance. However, this rule emerges from the conservative societal norms of a different era. The rule aimed to discourage indecent exposure while accommodating the fashionable styles of the time. This oddity exemplifies how laws can be influenced by social norms and fashion trends. Another law is about the musical street performances. A law mandating that buskers, street performers, obtain a license, highlights the intersection of artistic expression and city regulations. The prohibition on bagpipes is equally intriguing, reflecting potential noise concerns or a desire to preserve the city's auditory ambience. These laws illustrate the balancing act between nurturing the arts and maintaining the urban environment's harmony. The next one is funny and is about replacing light bulbs. The task is very easy, but the requirement for a qualified electrician to change a light bulb in public areas might seem really excessive. However, this law likely aimed to ensure safety and prevent amateur attempts at electrical repairs that could lead to accidents. While advancements in technology have made light bulb replacement safer for the average person, this law's historical context is a reminder of the importance of electrical safety. Number 8. No laser pointers. The prohibition on possessing laser pointers without a valid reason in Sydney exemplified a law rooted in safety and responsible usage, aimed at curbing the potential misuse of laser pointers. The regulation held significance due to the risks they posed to both aviation and public safety. Laser pointers, though often innocuous tools, have the capacity to disrupt the operation of aircraft by dazzling pilots or interfering with flight operations. By restricting ownership to those with legitimate purposes, such as educational or professional use, the law sought to mitigate the dangers associated with their irresponsible application. Number 9. No clipping toenails in public parks. The unusual ban on clipping one's toenails in public parks in Sydney pointed to the city's emphasis on maintaining a certain level of decorum in its public spaces. While personal hygiene is undoubtedly important, this particular law reflected a cultural consideration regarding what is deemed acceptable behavior in communal areas. Clipping toenails, a rather private and potentially unseemly activity, could be seen as inappropriate in a setting intended for relaxation, recreation, and social interaction, by discouraging activities that could be perceived as unsanitary or distracting. The law aimed to ensure that public parks remained inviting and comfortable spaces for all residents and visitors. 10th, no cows are allowed on elevators. The peculiar prohibition on cows riding elevators in buildings with fewer than 3 floors is a testament to the city's rural history. While it might appear comical today, this law likely originated from practical concerns about maintaining hygiene and safety standards in urban spaces that once catered to rural needs. It serves as a reminder of the city's evolving infrastructure and changing societal norms. Number 11 revolves around forbidden reptiles. The prohibition on possessing pet snakes or lizards without a permit reveals a unique facet of Sydney's ecosystem, with Australia being home to some of the world's most venomous snakes and reptiles. This law reflects the government's efforts to protect public safety and prevent the introduction of non-native species. This regulation demonstrates the balance between individual preferences and environmental stewardship. Number 12 we have the dirty vehicle laws. The requirement for vehicles to be kept clean aligns with broader efforts to maintain the city's aesthetics and hygiene. While it might seem like a straightforward regulation, it underscores the city's commitment to cleanliness and public health. This law's enforcement speaks to the city's aspirations for a tidy and visually appealing urban environment. Number 13, no singing in pajamas after midnight. Sydney once had a law prohibiting people from singing while wearing pajamas after midnight. Evidently, nighttime crooning was expected to be done in proper attire. Second to the last, we have the ban on fishing while riding a giraffe in Sydney is an unusual law that likely emerged from a combination of creative thinking and a concern for responsible fishing practices. This whimsical regulation showcases the city's effort to prevent unconventional fishing methods that could be harmful to both animals and aquatic ecosystems. Despite its oddity, the law highlights the intricate balance lawmakers face in maintaining a well-ordered society while safeguarding environmental welfare. Lastly, Sydney's amusing law, no whale riding on Sundays, adds a touch of humour to legal regulations. While the idea of whale riding any day might seem whimsical, the law likely combines humour with a message of marine life protection. It reflects Sydney's commitment to safeguarding natural habitats and wildlife. Designating Sundays as a whale riding free day adds a playful twist, encouraging responsible appreciation of marine life amid Sydney's breathtaking marine scenery. This law underscores the city's dedication to preserving nature's beauty and fostering a respectful coexistence with aquatic creatures. That's it. If you found this journey into Sydney's wacky laws enjoyable, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more captivating escapades from across the globe. And remember to become a part of our community of travel aficionados on Facebook. If you're intrigued by this content, don't miss the opportunity to explore a similar video transitioning to more modern forms of transportation. If you're intrigued by this content, don't miss the opportunity to explore a similar video that delves into the quirkiest regulations of Australia. In our video entitled Explore Australia, 15 Crazy Laws Down Under. Hope you learned something new. Safe travels and see you in the next one.